Hi guys, Jason with Lumi Blade here. I wanted to talk to you real quickly about electrochemical etching and for putting your maker's mark. I'm about to prep and do this video on installing the maker's mark on the traditional hunter, hidden Tang hunter that I've been doing a series on. This is my maker's mark right here. There you go. So that's my maker's mark that I etch on all my blades. To be honest with you, it's the most nerve-wracking thing to do because you have to do it when the knife is basically done. A lot of things can go wrong. I'm hoping to be able to engrave it in when my Tormach arrives. So I'm going to take you through, show you a couple things that you need to get started, things that you don't really need but are nice to have. So let me see if I can zoom you in over here. So what I have out now, the personalizer, not the personalizer plus, the less expensive unit. Listen, you can use a battery charger. I did it for a while and it actually gave me a nice deep etch, but that was sketchy in its own way. You need stencils. Stencils are reusable. You're going to need gloves because you don't want to get your oils on the blade. You're going to need electrical tape to mask it. So I'll kind of zoom you in on how I do it. It may be long. I'm going to have to do some editing. I'm just going to wipe this blade down. Wipe it down nice. Mostly focusing on the area where I'm going to etch. I'm going to put my maker's mark here. Okay? I'd like to put it on both sides, but to be honest with you, once I get done on one side, I'm so stressed out that if the one side came out perfect, I almost don't want to do the other side just in case. Wife, your mom, your girlfriend, your significant other, they're going to be annoyed because you're going to use so many paper towels. What I like to do is I like to use electrical tape and I like to mask off my blade. Now you got to be careful because electro etch will leave lines. I mean, you got to be careful when you're doing it. The only other way I know to do it is to stamp it, and you have to do that prior to heat treat, which is not a bad idea. I thought about it, but since I'm getting the Tormach, I figured, you know, I'll just try to etch it. I mean, engrave it. I am sorry. So I'll mask this area of the blade because I don't want any of the electrolyte solution to get off onto the blade. From there I go to stencil prep. And you know, there's two ways to do it. You just hold it where it needs to be and apply your mark, which I've done and it works. Or you could go through the whole route of taping everything, masking everything to have this little one. This is an old stencil. I probably did 20 knives with it. I overcharged it. I used my battery charger for it. So I'm kind of like looking where it's going to be, lifting up, seeing where part of it is. And then I'll make a little mark on the stencil itself, just so I can know where that tape line is. And I change it up every time. I come up with a new way, a different way to do it. But this time I'm going to take a little piece of electrical tape. I'm just going to basically pin the stencil to the Tang, just so if it doesn't move on me. I'm just looking to check to see. A lot of times you can hold it up, hold the light on it, the screen will give the reflection down the blade. It works a lot better on mirrored blades or even satin blades, as you can see as it goes through the maker's mark as I put the light on it. So that's what I'm doing right now, just to kind of see where it's projecting. I'm going to call it good because it looks good, and I find when I get overly critical I make more mistakes. So what I might even do now is take another little piece of tape, just pin the front down. So now with the personalizer, it's nothing more than a power supply. Is it worth the $200 for this? Yes and no. Everything I try my hardest to get made in USA products. that made me justify the $100 expense. For me to build one, when I factor in the time and the parts, I probably would have been at $100. So the extra $100 to me was worth it to buy something made in the USA. It comes with a cleaner. This cleaner is what you use to clean the solution off after you're done with your etch. And it comes with an electrolyte solution. All different types. This one says aluminum, stainless, and mild steels, high alloy, tool steel, and monometals. The other one says low carbon steels. This is a high carbon steel, so this is the one I've been using. It works. To be honest with you, you can use salt and water. So I got a cup here. I'm going to cut it down. I just use whatever. I don't buy specialized things for certain things. You know, this is a cup for my daughter's birthday party. But you know what? It'll serve the purpose. So I'll take a little bit of the electrolyte. I'll put it in here. Okay? Not much, just a little bit. Then I'll take the red alligator clip and I'll attach it to the blade. I usually like to attach it to the Tang. Darn allergies, they're killing me today, guys. So now I've put the electrolyte solution on, and I'm going to kind of adjust the camera so you can get a better view of what it is I'm doing. So I don't want to take all this soaking wet solution and put it on the blade, because then when the electrical current's in there, it's going to make all that solution go. Any leaks on the blade, and it's going to not be cool. So I'll blot it a few times on my paper towel until it's not soaking wet. Then I'll turn it to on. So I'll put it down evenly on it. 1, 2, 3, lift up. It's already marked, believe it or not. I don't want it to be cloudy. I don't want it to be screwed up or anything like that. I'll do another 3. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. Then I'll shut it off, disconnect the red lead, and I'll pull the tape. And I pull the tape to check what it did, and see how it looks once I hit it with some cleaner. And I may need to reapply that etch. That's why I've used the tape, to kind of keep it in that spot. So I'll get some paper towel. Now, wondering, should I do the other side? What do you guys think? Yeah, why not? I'll do the other side too. So I'll do the setup just like I did. Placement is kind of critical, obviously, for obvious reasons. On this one I might just do an etch. Let's see what that does on this side. So I have it right above the ricasso. I'm going to hook the red lead. I'm going to dip it right back in the electrolyte. Let me get some more electrolyte in there. I don't know if you can see the big wet mark it makes. You want to make a light wet mark. So you blot it a couple times. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go to mark first. And I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift it up. I'll do another one. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to switch it to etch and go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Shut it down. So the etch difference is it actually takes away a little bit of the steel. So let me use some of this cleaner. Gives a little indentation. I'll reset this in the proper light and I'll show it to you. I honestly don't like the way the etch came out versus the mark on the stonewash. Probably would have had to hold it a lot longer. Thank goodness there's no marks or whatsoever on the blade where the electrolyte may have leaked. Then I take good old handy dandy WD-40, spray down the whole thing. It neutralizes it. Make sure there's no acid left in there. There you go. See, it's just faint, kind of like a ghost Luma USA. Okay. So there you have it. That's how you do it. The other side is just a mark, and it kind of, it's really a ghost. You can't even really see it. There you have it. I mean, that's how you can put your maker's mark on. For stone washed, the etch works a lot better. So clean your stencils, wash it with Dawn dish soap, dry it, put it away, and it's good to use for a ton of knives, at least 20. All right, I might just re-etch the other side since the etch came out. I'll just have to etch over it. I'm not going to make you watch me trying to align everything and get that all handled. All right, talk to you guys next time. Next time you see me, we'll be epoxying the guard on, and I'll show you a neat little jig way to do it.